There are people in the world who care so much about what's going on in other places of the world that they're missing the small, minute details when it comes to improve their own lives because they're so consumed by what's going on in other people's lives, in other country lives. I'm going to give you two main things I think about when it comes to people caring about their lives that many other people tend to forget. I know this is kind of controversial considering I'm in the military, but just take the time to listen and think about what I'm telling you, and hopefully you get something from it. That first one is obesity. Did you know that nearly 1 in 4 adults is projected to have obesity by 2030? It's crazy, right? Just take a step back and look around you. Look at your friends, your parents, your relatives, and your coworkers. Are they obese? Or do they look normal weight? Just think about that statistic, which is a bad thing. But yet people will care more about what's going on in other people's lives instead of correcting their own lives, which is weird. So, if you are facing this problem, here's what I want you to do. Take a step back. Write down your goals. Visualize where you want your body to be at. Turn off the noise. The noise meaning the news, the television, your social media. Cut that time down and just work on improving your body and get to where you want to get at. Because the world nowadays is different than it was before. A lot of people have said it. Don't focus on others. Focus on yourself and your health. That second one is debt. Did you know that 80% of Americans have consumer debt? Consumer debt are things such as buying stuff on credit, like going to Walmart, using the Walmart credit card, using the Aeropostale credit card, stuff like that, using a credit card to buy groceries and numerous things. People think using their debt is a good thing until they lose control of that. I'm not above that. I'm right now going through some debt as well for myself because of what the younger version of myself did that I'm still working off. I'm not above that. But people are still doing it, even though they know that it's not going to help them get to where they want to be at, which is sad, right? But just a little tip for you, if you didn't know, there are 2 ways of paying off debt. You have the avalanche method and the snowball method. For the avalanche method, right, it's paying off your debt by the highest interest first, and then going down to the next highest interest, and going down to the next higher interest. The good thing about this is that when you have a high interest that you paid off, that money doesn't build up more over time. But the bad thing is that you won't get the feeling of accomplishment because it takes longer in order to pay off your debt. The second method is the snowball method, which is paying off the small debt first. It doesn't matter what their interest is, their percentage. It doesn't matter. It's just paying off the small debt first, and then once you pay that off, pay the next one off, and then the next one off. That's the one that I'm currently doing right now in order to make my debt go away. So I recommend you try one of those 2 methods. Most people care more about the news than their real life. So for you, just take a step back and observe your environment. Just look at people. Look at your friends, your parents, your coworkers, your relatives, anybody. Look at the people who's walking down the street. Just look at them and observe. Because those are the ones who forgets about the small, minute details of life because they're lacking on one of the 2 that's said above because they care too much about other things than themselves. I create a video that shows people how to become a more valuable member of their team, whether it's at work or part of an organization. Thanks for watching and stay motivated.